Cycle a Dismantling Wave, and this should annihilate this board. We're just going to blast Zombie's Commander, because copying Grasp of Fate every turn is not something that I'm particularly interested in. This is kind of what we're supposed to be doing, just slowing the game down.
Today on Commander Replay, we check out Phlage, Titan of Fire's Fury. Can we slow the game down enough to assemble our combo? Find out next on Commander Replay. Hey guys, there's two great ways to support the channel. All links are in the description below.
Welcome back, everyone. Playing some Phlage, Titan of Fire's Fury today. Let's take a look at this opener. I'm seeing one land here, so that's going to be an easy mulligan. Into also one land. Good cards, but we need lands. Ugh. Mulligan to 6. 2 lands plus a wheel. No red, though. This can filter colors. That's good. Yeah, keep this. What are we getting rid of? We'll put Austere Command back just because we're probably going to wheel pretty quickly. So yeah, today we're playing a combo version of this deck. We see things like Phyrexian Altar in our hand. This is part of one of our combos. Prismite is also in one of our combos if we need to convert, let's say, like Infinite Mana Geyser mana with and change it to white. That's kind of why it's in there. So I do want to play the attack version of this deck at some point. The one question I have right now is if I have enough controlling elements in this deck for what it's supposed to be. I wasn't trying to make like a turbo combo deck. I really wanted it to kind of be like turn 6 through 8. So I didn't go wild with tutors. More tutors would speed it up, typically. But anyway, let's see here. Let's play them as Fell Plains and pass like that. Check the clause on this one. Enters battlefield tapped unless you control a legendary creature. We do not, so that'll also be tapped. How many lands are in this deck? 34, 35... Yeah, I guess 30. 35 is a little low, but we do have like Land Tax, Tithe. Did Gift of Estates get cut at the end? I want a Gift of Estates in there also, because... So one of the things, too, is that you do need to get cards into your graveyard for Phlage, and Gift of Estates is, you know... If you play it on like turn 2 or something like that, right, you can easily put 2 cards in your graveyard, plus having all your lands set up, so... Easy little play right there. Anyway, let's take a read of our commander. 3 mana for a 6/6. When it enters the battlefield, sacrifice it unless it escaped. And when it enters the battlefield or attacks, it deals 3 damage to any target, and you gain 3 life. And it has escape for red, red, white, white. Exile 5 other cards from your graveyard. So, similar formatting to the other giants in this cycle. And, yeah, this is the Boros version. You can just Lightning Helix everything to death, which I'm very excited about. Like, I feel like a lot of people probably aren't that excited about it, because, you know, there are a lot of Lightning Helix type effects, but, like, there's not a lot of them in the command zone. So, that early mana dork that you know is going to be a problem, let's say like a Bloom Tender or a Selvala or something like that, the answer for it's in the command zone. So, you just need to get to 3 mana and you can usually blast them. That's something that I'm excited about. I think there's a lot of interesting things you can do with this commander, one of which is build a very, like, controlling style deck. We draw a Karmic Eye, which is not exactly what we were looking for. Let's play the Minas Tirith, and we'll pass like that. Got a Spore Crown Thallid for opponent. Each other creature you control that's a fungus or sapling gets +1/+1. This is Slimefoot as their commander, and that's DJ Wars piloting it. There's a combo with this deck. I don't remember what it is. But Slimefoot, 3 mana for a 2/3. Whenever a sapling you control dies, Slimefoot deals 1 damage to each opponent, and you gain 1 life. And you can pay, what is that, 4? 4 to make a 1/1 green sapling creature token. Enchantress's Presence for Zombie Caller. It did say he was playing some sort of aura control deck. He's piloting Yenna, Redtooth Regent. 4 mana for a 4/4, pay 2, tap it, choose target enchantment you control that doesn't have the same name as another permanent you control. Create a token that's a copy of it, except it isn't legendary. If the token is an aura, untap Yenna, scry 2, activate only as a sorcery. So, copy enchantments, basically. Copy auras. Seems interesting. And finally, we've got Annihilator 7 piloting Arna Kennerud, Sky Captain. 5 mana for a 4/4 with Flying Lifelink, Ward, discard a card. Whenever a modified creature you control attacks, double the number of counters of each kind on it. Then for each non-token permanent attached to it, create a token that's a copy of that permanent attached to that creature. Interesting. There's a Plains. We really kind of need some red mana here, but at least we're not missing the land drop, so there's that. We'll get the Prismite in. Suppose we could have... Well, I guess we could play the Altar next turn if we don't have anything going on. Actually, you know what? Phyrexian Altar gets us red mana that we need for that Wheel of Fortune. So, Yeah, we'll probably be doing that. Maybe should have did this in a different... I don't know if the order matters that much, I guess, but... Kurama's Reach, I'm jealous. Growing Rights of Itlamok for opponent. Yeah, those are good. Is that new art? Shows an Eidolon of Countless Battles. Pajukuba, glad to get that out of the way now, because that can wreck our deck. We have several graveyard combos in the deck. Karmic Guide. Well, that's 2/3 of the combo right there. Actually, what is this? Andoril, Narsil Reforged. 2 mana equipment Ascend. Whenever a quick creature you control attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. If you have City's Blessing, put 2 +1/+1 counters on each creature you control instead. That seems amazing for my Boros +1/+1 counters deck. Like, incredible. Marsh Flats, that's gonna help us out a lot here. I like this Marsh Flats. Let's get Plateau. I think we just ditch the Karmic Guide because we're not gonna have a lot to discard right at the start here. Maybe we don't need Volcanic Offering all that much. I mean, they're probably all going to get pitched anyway, but... Yeah, Karmic Guide just isn't that useful right now. 2 treasures. Love that. We get a Roaming Throne, and, well... Crap, now we want to try to get these out of our hand. Ah, that's frustrating. This thing's a 2/2, this thing's a 2/1... We do care about life totals a little. We'll attack Zombie. Scatter the Seeds. Oh yeah, make 3 Saplings. Spirited Companion. Audacity. Enchanted creature gets +2/+0 and has trample. When it's put into the graveyard, draw a card. Seems good. Seal of Primordium. Ooh. With the Seal of Primordium up, is it worth trying a Phyrexian Altar? I mean, I guess we could try Altar to protect like Roaming Throne or vice versa. Interestingly, we do have 4 planes. Nope, that one's not a plane, sorry. I was going to say, we have 4 planes, which is... Well, we have 3 planes. Decent for a Maria at this early going without really having ramped all that much. Because I'm thinking about these and when we want to wheel. If we catch a land off the top, we can prevent wheeling for another turn. But if we don't catch a land right here, I think it's going to get pretty awkward. Ariete of the Charmed Apple. Each creature that's enchanted by an aura you control can attack you or planeswalkers you control. At the beginning of your end step, each opponent loses X life and you gain X life, where X is the number of auras you control. 2 auras dex. Equips the Golden Vein pick. And we all lose a life. You know what? Ash Barrens finds a mountain. Actually, I guess we don't need the... Well, yeah, we should cycle the Ash Barrens. Because that'll put the land in the graveyard, and then also getting another red would be a really good idea. That land is super helpful right here. We don't have to lose all our stuff yet. Get a mountain. Play a mountain. Choice between... Tectonic Giant doesn't get hit by the Seal of Primordium, so I think I'm going to go Tectonic Giant. No real good attacks. Pass like that. And so, plus if we have 2 attackers, we could, get the Tectonic Giant trigger, which is nice. We could potentially activate this if we need to. Look at some extra cards. So, again, I'd like to hit that next land drop next turn, which would be really nice. I guess we can also look at our commander next turn, although, maybe we should have went Roaming Throne. I don't know, it's tough to say. Roaming Throne is a target for the seal, so I don't love that. It does have Ward 2, but I feel like they would just pay it. This card is kind of ridiculous. 3/5 is a lot of toughness, unfortunately. We can shoot this thing with our commander, which isn't bad. Soul Ring. Verdant Embrace. There's one you don't see. Enchanted creature gets +3/+3, and at the beginning of each upkeep, make a Saproling. Yep, and a Demonic Tutor. Demonic Tutor makes me nervous. Because I know Slimefoot's a combo deck, so, if they just go for the combo... They could go for the combo, or did they go for a card draw? Because they're low on cards. That I don't know. Don't feel great about any of that, though. And 5/5 does, unfortunately, put that out of range of our being able to blast that with our commander. Things... Having, aura decks at the table is maybe not the best for this deck. I was really kind of counting on having more blast-worthy targets. Although, I guess if we get Roaming Throne, then double triggers allow us to really kind of slow the game down. Land tax, I'm jealous. We could use one of those. Springheart and Tuco, bestow 1/1, enchanted creature gets +1/+1, landfall. Whenever a land enters, pay 1, pay 2. If Springheart... Jesus, there's so much text on this. If Springheart is attached to a creature you control, if you do, create a token that's a copy of that creature. If you didn't, create a 1/1 green insect. Seems unnecessarily complicated. Opponent makes a copy of their Spirited Companion, draws another card. Opponent's commander coming in. The Ward discard a card is annoying. Send the 4/6 our way. Not great. We'll take. There's 2 Golden Vein picks on there. Disgusting. Oh wow, so it doubles it doubles equipments and auras too. Anything that's attached to the creature, that's kind of wild. Yeah, we should probably look at doing something about that. All that glitters on it. Yeah, 8/8 makes it much harder to kill. Like so much harder to kill. Also doesn't leave like a ton of great attacking. More saprolings, those are beginning to become a problem. Dismantling wave is interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're one short of cycling the dismantling wave. That's probably actually our best bet. Let's attack with Tectonic Giant, see if we can pick up the land we need. I suppose if we do it, if we attack with both, then we can draw a card with that, which gets us an extra card to look at. Send these two into zombie just because he has the least good blocking. Tectonic Giant, we're gonna do the exile mode with that. I feel like it's been a while since I played a Tectonic Giant. Cool card, but the game's just gotten so fast. There's the land we need. Oh, wait. Oh, no. Whew. Thought I did it in the wrong order. So the good news is, yeah, we can just sit on a dismantling wave that we will cycle at the least opportune time for our opponents. So we play that land. We will pay the 2 life. We've also got the Volcanic Offering, which we can just sit on, which I feel pretty good about. So I always forget that you can cycle this thing at instant speed, so it's actually surprising that I'm remembering to do it right here. But yeah, that does make it powerful. Sorcery to cast it normally, just hit the 3 targets, but you can instant speed all of them, and instant speed board wipes are strong. Especially because, like, the other thing too is that that's not a spell. When you cycle it, it's an ability, which means the number of things that counter it are significantly smaller. Like, you need some very specific blue spells. There's probably, 3 or 4 of those that commonly get run. Are there any stacks pieces that affect abilities like that? I don't know. But, yeah, just the number of ways to stop this, other than just making your stuff indestructible, is much smaller than, like, trying to, like, land an austere command or something like that, than actually casting a spell. So, that is cool. Yeah, I did ask opponent what they tutored for, if they were going for their win con, because if they were, then Wheel of Fortune, but Seedborn Muse is certainly very scary. Especially as Slimefoot is now in play, so they will be able to make a lot of 1/1s. So 5/5 coming our way. Don't love that. Yeah, one issue that we still have to worry about is just like, I mean, even a couple, if someone doesn't remove the Seedborn like very quickly, it's just going to be a lot of bodies, and we don't really have a creature board wipe. Yep, opponent's going to make a 1/1. Is that 2 1/1s? Seems good. Opponent's going to pay to do the copy thing. And Yenna coming in. So, like, if they copy all that glitters, that is a lot of extra damage. I mean, that you're talking about, like, what, 2-hit lethal? And the turn after, they might be getting close into 1-hit lethal range, so like, that's the thing to be scared about. That's also a reason to hold up this dismantling wave. Honestly, the austere command that we got rid of wouldn't have been terrible. I really did think that we were going to wheel much sooner. We just haven't really found the opportunity to wheel the way we kind of want to. The one thing that I'm hoping for is that they perceive all of this nonsense as a threat, and they attack over there very harshly, instead of at us, because we actually don't have, like, that much going on right now. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of what I envision for this deck. I envision with this deck that, like, you should be able to slow the game down. You want to be a little bit controlling, so even though we didn't have the fastest start anyone's ever seen, ooh, Sage's Reverie is another good one, we should still be okay, I think, as long as, like, nothing goes terribly wrong right here. Still just got to worry about the saprolings, though, because there are just a lot of them. Oh, and whenever a saproling dies, it does 1 damage each opponent, and you gain 1 life. So we have to shoot Slimefoot at some point, and based on what we have currently, it would take us 2 triggers to do it, which I'm also not thrilled about. 6/8 coming our way, but the commander going over to the other opponent. How do I feel about the 6/8? I guess the question is, how big is the 6/8 going to get? 6, I mean, I guess we have life gain. Okay, so it just copies the Sage Reverie, which is still pretty good. 13 and 20, huh? Do I want to take 13? Not particularly. Like, I want them to take the 20, but we can't take the 13. Yeah, because with Slimefoot out there, we just die, right? So, okay, time to cycle this thing. They chose incorrectly. Cycle a dismantling wave, and this should annihilate this board. Opponent is going to shoot our Prismite. Yep, that is fine. Another land is actually very good for us. Fetch land at that, so more cards in the graveyard, like that, like that. Down to 25. Austere Command could clean up some issues. Well, we just blew up artifacts and enchantments, so we probably just want to dunk creatures here. Play the Bloodstained Mire. We don't need to crack it just yet, I guess. Go to combat. Oh, the good news is opponent's going to tap out right here to make all the saprolings. So they could still have Heroic Intervention, which would be bad. We'll go into Annihilator. Still just doing card advantage mode. Mana Geyser is a heck of a card. Yeah, I mean, we got to choose Mana Geyser as much as I like the land. So with Mana Geyser, we'll have exactly double white for the Austere Command. Then the rest of our hand is red and colorless, which is decent. Cast a Mana Geyser. We do need to crack the thing first. Ooh, I hope we can get something. We might have to get a basic here if we can't get something untapped. Looks like we're getting a basic. Get a mountain. Start with a Mana Geyser. 17 red mana. Gotta love that. Next is Austere Command. That's gonna be all creatures. Oh god, I forgot. I should have shot Slimefoot first. Our life totals are all gonna get really low. Crap. Yep, that's 14 damage to everyone. Although in some case, like to some degree, we like if people's life totals get lower. Not necessarily our own. So, I don't know. We'll just see how things go here. We'll see how opponents rebuild. The full rerun. Full reset. Yep. Oh, we're down to 10. Yeah, that is low. So, next step is Phyrexian Arena. Roaming Throne. Choosing Giant. Wheel of Fortune. What do we hit? Things we can't play. Kind of a lot of lands in that pack of stuff. But if things get really bad, we can sacrifice our Roaming Throne for a Swords to Plowshares on a selected target. So, yeah. I guess we pass like that. Reset. But yeah, going Volcanic Offering before the board wipe may have been a really good idea to prevent that life loss. Again, it just... Opponent's decks don't look highly aggressive, so I think we'll be okay for a turn here. And if we can get double triggers with our commander, we can gain a lot of life back really quickly, which I'm excited about. Oh, Blood Artist. No. Blood Artist can make us lose real fast. I mean, I guess that's definitely the first thing we're going to shoot as soon as we cast our commander, so. Boots! No, not boots! That makes it so much worse. No. Gross. They had to have the boots. Ooh, and a Worldly Tutor? A lot of tutors in that deck. See what they're going for. Vertaloth the Ancient, Kicker. Saprolings and Treefolk get +1/+1 and enters the battlefield. Create X Saprolings. Okay. Seems bad with the Blood Artist. Seal of Cleansing is a sight for sore eyes. Ardenvale Fealty. I believe that's the side that makes the Knight. This is a really cool card, though. I actually really like this card a lot. The Virtue of Loyalty. At the beginning of your end step, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control, then untap them. So good. Do like that. We'd love to get rid of these boots. Talisman is not that, although I guess we do need ramp. Haven't ramped so much. Play the Hall of Helios Generosity just in case. Get that out of the hand. Definitely not attacking this turn, it looks like. We do have 5 mana worth of things we can do at instant speed, which is cool, but let's see. I think we just get this Talisman. Let's cast our commander. We can cast it twice, although then we can't leave anything up at instant speed. But if we cast it twice, we gain, what, 12 life? Is it worth shooting 2/2s? I don't know that it's worth shooting 2/2s. Yeah, I think we just shoot DJ's face here. Start working his life total down. Oh, we could have sacrificed our commander for mana. Crap. That's a Blood Artist trigger. Oh, yeah. Love that. Back to the command zone. Yeah, that mana is a little bit significant, too, because then we could leave a land up for swords and not have to, sacrifice a creature of ours if we need to sword something at instant speed. I thought about that when I was building the deck, and I just completely forgot about it in this moment. Up to 16. Do it. Oh, we have to put it in the graveyard. Oh, I forgot. Oh, God. Forgot we have to put it in the graveyard. Well, we're not going anywhere. We need to leave up blockers, so. Okay, that being the case, I think we just sit on Alms. Well, yeah, we don't have the mana to cast. Because what is this thing, 5 now? Yeah, it'd be 5 to cast this now. Oh, yeah, that mana would have been very significant. So, if we try to, catch someone out with an Alms Collector or sit on the swords as needed. Kind of messed that turn up a bit, though. Not thrilled about that. Solemn. Yep. This is good. That means they're probably not going for the big Saproling play this turn, which I can appreciate. So we have a little more time to try and get our life total back up. Skull Clamp. Ugh. Slimefoot coming back. Yep. So there's... Yeah, if they kill Saprolings, that's double. Don't love that. I was thinking maybe another artifact or enchantment removal card in the deck would be good. Opponent's going to pop the boots. Love that. Love that. So if we can make it back to our turn in decent shape, we cast our commander, pop that. Maybe cast it a second time for its escape cost. And I don't know how much mana we have, I guess. That's probably most of our mana. I guess we should count. We'll be on 10 mana next turn. So it would take 5 and 4, and that leaves the 1 up for the swords. Seems like a reasonable place to be. Oh yeah, they're going to put the thing back on top. That is a solid play. With the Hall of Heliod's generosity, yep. Start working their way through the problematic permanents. Grasp of Fate. Oh no. Does Ward trigger with the wording on that? I don't know if it does. They go the sack outlet anyway. Yeah, that's the safe bet. Really? Goes for the... Well, I guess he's thinking we're probably just going to kill this, so... You know, the sack outlet is part of our win condition. Obviously, we can try to get that back at some point. Oh, we're making another one? That's gross. Okay, that probably needs to get dealt with. Well, it's probably going to have to go after our Signet then. Which I'm not thrilled about. Did need that mana. Yep, okay, make mana with that. Does get the Skull Clamp and a second Signet. Ooh, that's annoying. The one thing in there is that, like, you know, there's some incentive for other people to shoot those. Let's just get this Alms Collector in. I forget, how does it work? If we kill zombie, do we get our stuff back? It's not a separate trigger, so I'm leaning towards yes. I always forget how that works. Forge and Frontier. It's good against what we're doing. Also, it's later in the game now. This is where this card can really shine. It can be awkward early in the game, depending on how you hit with the triggers, but late in the game is the much better time for it. Red and green. Zombies open, though, I mean, they could force the issue on us because we wouldn't block. Okay, yeah, there's a shot. I mean, I don't want to have to kill zombie, but it's like, you did just get 2 of our permanents. 1 is a win condition. I guess we don't need the altar yet. I kind of did want that Signet, though. We haven't ramped, really. Other than that Signet. I guess the Mana Geyser, but, you know, those are not continuous things at this point. They're both not in place, so they're not going to help us. And we've done better on lands than most of our opponents. Maybe not the green deck, but I think we're beating zombie. Definitely beating Annihilator. Forge of Frontier, although they could catch up real quick with this. What do they get? Planes, yeah, there's planes in there. And another Aura. Walking Archive, there's one you don't see that much. Yeah, I guess it makes sense. Modified deck, sure. Brings us back to our turn. What does it say? At the beginning of each player's upkeep, that player draws a card for each +1/+1 counter. Love that, because that wheel did not really give us all the things we wanted. Wow, another land. Sajiri Shelter, protection's okay. But, not the best. Play a fetch. Oh, that's not what I want. Crack the fetch. Yeah, just get a planes. Yeah, I mean, we definitely need to cast our commander. Then what do we do with the rest of our turn? We cast it a second time, I think is what we do. Definitely the Blood Artist. Definitely the Slimefoot. No, this time we need to go to the graveyard, like a professional. Blood Artist will get us twice here, probably. Another Blood Artist. Yep, back at us. Now we escape our commander. And then, you know, as long as it doesn't get blown up, we'll have, some staying power. Yep, start with the lands. I think we're past the day of Tectonic Giant, sadly. We're just going to blast Zombie's commander, because copying Grasp of Fate every turn is not something that I'm particularly interested in. So, Zombie's commander down. We're back to 25. That's really not bad, considering we were at 10 a few turns ago, and the fact that, like, there was a lot of removal stapled in there. So this is kind of what we're supposed to be doing, just slowing the game down. And with that, we can... I think we've got the... Yeah, we've got the size here to put a little hurting on DJ. I mean, even after all that, DJ's still at 40. He's at a starting life total. Yeah, really gained a lot of life there with the Slimefoot. Did think about shooting the Walking Archive, but we could use the cards ourselves again because we're a little bit stuck. But if we don't catch much, we will have Bonder's Enclave and Minas Tirith this coming turn. So some potential to get some extra cards to look at. Also, if opponent forgets that this is in play and does something stupid, then we might get some cards out of that too. It's not unreasonable. It's very easy to forget about stacks effects. Especially in this game, like this game. So MTGO is new set release, everyone's playing, the server is just slow. And, you know, when you have these really long lag times between each action, it just gets really easy to get distracted and forget what you're doing. So if someone forgot this was in, wouldn't be the most surprising. Okay, yeah, there's the Vertaloth the Ancient. Let's see how many extras they get. 6 2/2s. It's really not bad. You know, based on what we have, that still makes it just hard to attack in over there. Someone else is going to have to do that if they want to. We are sort of on find our combo pieces. To get the sack outlet, though, we do have to shoot a Grasp of Fate. Walking Archive. One of the issues in this game is that I think everyone brought a control deck. Maybe not. Zombies got one, we've got one. I guess Annihilator's been more kind of aggro and value than anything, but... yeah, the game overall has been kind of a slow-moving game. Because even like, I was expecting to like have to shoot more things in the early turns, and that's not really what happened. We just kind of like, everyone was kind of slow out of the gate. Undergrowth Recon. At the beginning of your upkeep, return target land card from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. That seems good. Assemble the players. What? You may look at the top card of your library at any time. Once each turn, you may cast a creature spell with power 2 or less from the top. Oh, that's a cool card. That is a very cool card. You're doing a small creatures deck? Seems very interesting. Opponent's commander coming back, and Kennerud. What is the trigger for this again? When it attacks. Oh man, multiple Forging Frontiers. Don't love the sound of that. Ooh, they got pro-green over there, so they can get some damage in. I do like that. Having more of those is not necessarily the best. Oh man. Yeah, they can get caught up on their lands real quick with 2 swords. That's cool. That is a cool little thing right there. And as far as I can tell, we don't have a lot to deal with that. I think at some point, we're just kind of on the find our infinite and kill all of the players strategy. Opponent's down to 34. What is this? Oh, yep. That 1 or 2 of those could probably go in this deck, just to get more lands in the graveyard. But you do run into the problem. Like, if you have a full set of fetches, like I do in Magic Online, not so much in paper, then at some point you just need like basics in your deck, especially, like this is a really good legendary land, so is this. I mean, you don't need this in every deck, but you run out of land slots really quickly, and especially if you're trying to get to like 7 planes for Emeria, that all becomes a thing. So here's something to think about. We could pro-green our commander, and that's 6, and we could do 12 without an Aurelia. I don't know if that makes sense. With an Aurelia. Oh, I cut Aurelia. Aurelia was in the attacker version. It was also in this version for a while, but I needed, the last 4 cuts of this deck were just insanely painful. So I cut Aurelia, and I'm like, all right, I'll save that for the attack version, but this would be a great time for her. Because theoretically, we could protection, and we could attack for 12, and then we could burn for 12, and you're in the ballpark at that point. But for now, I think we just got to confiscate. Oh, no. Hope that goes into exile. Oh, yeah, they hit that with the sword. Thank God. Thank God. Walking Archive. Let's get some extra cards. Hopefully ones that matter this time. Gisela will be spicy. Gisela's still in here. Because then the damage triggers are doubled. Savine's Reclamation is very spicy. We don't have Underworld Breach yet, though. What's in our graveyard? Prismite. Actually, very little to Savine's Reclamation. In some sense, Ooh, and we caught a Thran Dynamo. That ramp is good. Let's get the Bonder's Enclave. We don't have a lot of red mana stuff to do this turn, so let's get the Thran Dynamo. I don't know that killing zombie is quite the correct call. If we attacked over here, I mean, they probably block with a bunch of stuff and kill our commander, and I kind of want our commander to stick. Maybe that doesn't make the most sense. Let's draw a card. Enlighten Tutor can end this game. What do we need to do to Enlighten Tutor? So, we would need to attack. We'd take 3 to do that, 1 to do that. We don't have enough to Underworld Breach at that point, so we just need to be, really cool. Be super chill. Maybe we don't even attack. Yeah, I think we don't even attack. We just leave all of our mana up. Maybe we should probably attack somewhere. We can drop 2 thingies if we attack. That is exciting. We can also drop the Walking Archive, maybe we want to drop the Walking Archive and deny that card draw for our opponents. Things to be careful of are the multiple Forging Frontiers. We do have swords. Okay, so I think the plan right here is attack zombie because he's open. I was really hoping to catch Mechanized Warfare because that one looks really cool. It gives you +1 on the damage, which just seems really impactful. We're going to burn down some tokens. Actually, we're going to burn 1 token, and we're going to burn the Walking Archive. And just like that, we're back to 31 life. Loving that. Did I put Angel's Grace in here? That is relevant with the Wheel of Fortune. It's also fat. Yeah, there is an Angel's Grace in here. So yeah, Wheel of Fortune, Angel's Grace is going to be faster than making infinite mana. Slimefoot coming in. Yep. Slimefoot is unfortunate because if they, find some magic somewhere and dump a bunch of creatures into play, that basically forces us to use the swords on it, and it's not really what I want to do. But am hoping we can just end the game on our next turn. Snake Umbra makes that a little harder. Few tokens and a 4/7 coming our way. Okay. Man, getting back up to 31. We gained 21 life with our commander. And it's actually a little more because Blood Artist got us a few times too. We'll block the damage on the 2/2s. Just because we don't need our creatures that much. It's nice if they stick around, but we don't actually need them to execute our combo. Which is cool. And that's what happens when you play disgusting combos. Underworld Breach being very disgusting. CEDH worthy, in fact. And it's one of those things, too, is I didn't necessarily set out to make a combo deck. I actually kind of stumbled into it. The fact that you need cards in the graveyard for this, Oh, they were trying to get the damage triggers. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. The fact that you need cards in the graveyard for this sort of lends it to Self-Mill a little bit, and Self-Mill lends you to Savine's Reclamation and Underworld Breach, right? I've also got the Mesmeric Orb Basalt Monolith combo, so you can mill yourself infinitely, sort of in that same vein. Opponent draws a lot of cards with Slimefoot. Unfortunately, that's all one at a time, and that is really the shortcoming of this card, is that so much draw happens one at a time, but repetitively, and this does not help you against that. Also, it's in here because, if you play this with a wheel, it's not just going to win you the game, but you'll probably win the game, right? Because if your opponents are losing all their cards, and you get, 9 or 10 cards off of that, you can probably convert that into a win, depending on what's going on board. Well, you know what we have to watch out for? Opponent did grab their, one of their enchantment destroyers, I think. If they just drop that down, that would actually disrupt our let's see. We have the Savine's Reclamation. So we could go Underworld Breach. They shoot Underworld Breach. We could Savine's it back. Okay, that's a plan. We do need enough mana afterwards, though. We have the 3 Dynamo. That'll help a bit. Diabolic Intent. Don't love that. Hopefully they can't win the game on 1 mana. Man, Slimefoot is disgusting, right? Opponents said they were bringing Slimefoot, and I immediately got nervous, and now I remember why, right? We have focused them down, we've blown up their stuff multiple times, and they're still just very scary. They have the highest life total by a lot. Zombies down to 6. 15 cards in hand, wow. Do need to watch out for a counterspell from the blue deck. Fortunately, they're down to 3 cards in hand. Haven't seen a lot of counters from them. I don't think we've seen any yet. Haven't looked to their graveyard extensively, though. Yeah, it doesn't seem like a counter-heavy deck, but 3 cards in hand. They're going to look at a 4th one. If they're running 1 or 2 in the deck, this game's been going for a while, there's a chance they have it. What do we do if this plan doesn't work? Hall of Helios Generosity. What are we getting back? That's Seal of Cleansing. Yeah, Seal of Cleansing has the ability to throw us off here. This is the importance of life gain in this game, too. So, there's been a lot of, mass damage effects, particularly with Slimefoot and stuff like that, and Zombie's at 6, because I don't think he's gained any life. We're back to 22, because we've gained a lot of life. I think we'd be dead if we hadn't, or just about. Annihilator gains some life. Their commander has lifelink. I don't remember how much exactly, but probably on the order of at least 10, I would guess. DJ gained a ton of life with the Slimefoot, so opponent's commander coming back. Yep. So yeah, just the importance of life gain. In an attrition game like this, if you're not going to get the attrition game and the game's going to be over in 6 turns, the life gain, it's still useful, but maybe not as good for that situation, just depending on what's going down. But once you can slow the game down a little bit, and you can turn it into more of that attrition game, yeah, the life gain is very good at that point. Glasswing Grace, enchanted creature gets +2/+2, flying and lifelink. Okay. Zombie Scoops. Archangel of Thune. That's scary. Opponent's down to 1 card in hand. That is helpful to our cause, though. But things could get a little nasty right here. A little nasty. Both over to Slimefoot, like that. Yeah, copy the stuff. Sword of Fortune Frontier. Gonna be pretty cool when you have 3 or 4 of them. It is, in fact, 4 of them. This thing's also giant. 10/10? Wow. Also a 10/10? Yeah, opponent's gonna feel this a little bit. 4 Sword of Fortune Frontier triggers. 2 Archangel triggers. That is good. Yeah, if we get stopped somehow in this combo, we probably just die. Although, yeah, no, Blasphemous Act doesn't save us against the swords. Opponent on 14 commander. There's the 4 Forge and Frontier triggers. Let's see, we got a lot of lands, a swords, and a bunch of enchantments. That is okay. And a Halvar, Truth and Justice, Reliquary Tower, land. Oh, hey, the Phyrexian Altar came back. So when Zombie leaves, those things did come back off the Grasp of Fate. Always good to know. Can't say I'll remember it for the next time it happens, but, you never know. What is this? Are we losing the thing? Exile target non-land permanent. You may cast it. Okay, yeah, well, there's that. Got our Signet back, though. Again, when you have it ramped, 1 Signet, you kind of feel it. You're like, oh, need that. Need that. Swords on the Slimefoot. Also love that. And I think they're tapped out of mana. Time to try this combo. End step, Enlighten Tutor. Make sure we don't misclick. Get Underworld Breach. Play a mountain. Cast an Underworld Breach. Start with a Mana Geyser. Escape 3, huh? Big Score. Dismantling. Austere Command. That's 25 red mana. We do need to hit the... Yeah, we do need to hit the Wheel of Fortune here. So we're going to exile Enlightened Tutor, Volcanic Offering, and Karmic Guide. There's a Mesmeric Orb, a Torbrand, a Wheel of Misfortune. Wheel again. Exile 3, that'll be Swords, Blasphemous Mountain. What is this? Until end of turn, your life total can't change and all permanents you control have hexproof. That is okay. That could have been dramatic, though. Where is that Angel's Grace? Do need to find that. Cast a Soul Ring. Wheel of Fortune again. Ancient Tomb, Torbrand, Plains. Oh, all these wheels? We have Alms Collector in play. Opponents are only drawing one card off those. Oh, that means we gotta shoot our Alms Collector, actually, is what that means. Yeah, we need to get rid of Alms Collector. How do we get rid of Alms Collector? We still have a Blasphemous Act or anything like that? Ooh, there's an Altar of Dementia. Yeah, get Altar of Dementia. Oh, we exiled the Karmic Guide, didn't we? We did exile the Karmic Guide, so, yep, that's not gonna work. No, but what that does do is allow us to sacrifice the guy. Where's that Mana Geyser at? Mana Geyser. Where's our Wheel of Fortune at? Wheel of Fortune. If Angel's Grace is the last card, that is actually a problem. And I probably shouldn't have exiled the Jessica's Will for that reason. Nope, haven't found it yet. Ugh. Keep going. Land, Shadow Spear, Plains. There's the Angel's Grace. Cast the Angel's Grace. I was getting nervous. I was starting to get nervous. That would have been a situation for Jessica's Will, like if you get close to the bottom. Okay, so now we can just wheel with abandon. Keep the wheels coming. Looks like about 4 more. We're down to 0 cards. We have no new cards to draw. Looks like we need to cast 2 more thingies. Annihilator's going to go down because he's at 5. DJ's at 8. I almost mistook that for the cards in hand. They have 7 cards in hand. And 1 more wheel. Need to exile some stuff. Plains. And we take it down. How about that? I was getting nervous in the middle part of the game. After that Slimefoot play and we lost a lot of life, fortunately opponents were on decks that weren't particularly aggressive and didn't rebuild super quick, so, you know, if there was like a mono red deck at the table or something and we were at 10, there is a chance that, like, you just die, right? So we lucked out with that, yeah, gaining life, shooting stuff, particularly the double triggers with Roaming Throne, which I almost didn't put in here, but is so good. Yeah, the double triggers really kept us in the game and got rid of a lot of problems. Blood Artist, Slimefoot, Yenna commander, and yeah, just great stuff, really. I love shooting things, and this commander shoots things really well, so that was really fun. I think I will enjoy the attacking version of the deck a bit more. Combo isn't really my thing, but I do think that, I don't know that you're ever going to have like a super fast, consistent combo deck with this. I would say you probably still need at least like 6 turns, 6, 7 on average to be able to assemble everything, would be my guess. But for the people that have a lot of experience with CEDH and know how to get to the Underworld Breach combos really quickly, maybe they can do it a little quicker. I don't know. But yeah, I want to try out this combo version of Phlage, and it worked just as I expected. We controlled the board until we were able to assemble our combo, and then we assembled our combo. So I like that. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. As always, feel free to comment, like, or subscribe. Thank you for watching.